Hello dear students everywhere. Today we have general revision on Unit 11 Grammar, reported speech number 2, and Mr. Yasser Eid with you. Let's begin. You and I can work together to reach your goal. To revise English not only easily but in an interesting way as well. Today's main points are, please read with me silently. These points will cover today in our unit. So, dear friends, we have 21 points to cover together. Let's begin with reported questions. We can change a question from direct into indirect speech by using these phrases. First, we change said or said to asked, and we have some phrases that we change from a present to past. Let's remember together. I would like to know, or I'd like to know. In the indirect we use he inquired. I want to know. In the indirect speech we say I wanted to know. I wonder will be wondered. I have no idea. In the past I had no idea. I didn't know. In the past I didn't know. He asks. In the past he asked. And can you tell me? In the past would be could you tell me? Okay. Next. Remember that no object pronoun after wonder or inquire. wonder يتساءل بنفس المعنى inquire. With yes no questions we join using if or whether. السؤال اللي بنجاوب عليه بيس أو no بنستخدم if أو whether عشان نربط الجملتين ببعض ونعمل سؤال indirect. For example, she said, do you speak French? In the indirect it will be she asked if I spoke French. Some people say it asked and some people say it asked, but the best way to say it asked. She asked if I spoke French. He said, have you ever been abroad? In the indirect it would be he wondered if I had ever been abroad. So said changed into wondered, and we joined it using if or whether, and then subject and the verb in the past. After if I used I because you is changed into I. نحول you إلى I. And after the subject we use verb in the past. استخدم فعل في الماضي. Have will be had. And we complete and put full stop at the end of the indirect speech. So remember, we have in the direct speech we have two inverted commas and tenses. Then we have auxiliary verb, subject, and main verb and complement. في فعل مساعد، فاعل، فعل أساسي وبعدين تكملة، and at the end question mark علامة استفهام and two inverted commas بنقفل الأقواس. دي بخصوص a direct question. بالنسبة للindirect question عندي after if or whether or question word بعد أي حاجة من الثلاثة دول if أو whether أو كلمة الاستفهام عندي subject verb in the past and complement and full stop. In Arabic we have بعد if أو whether أو كلمة استفهام عندي فاعل هي I عندي verb in the past فعل في الماضي complement تكملة عندي full stop. Okay, please take care of that. Okay, next use the same WH question mark or question word question word as a joining word. نفس كلمة الاستفهام هي اللي استخدمها كأداة ربط. Example: He said, where did you spend your summer holiday? This is a direct question. Why? Because I have here inverted commas, I have WH question word, auxiliary verb, subject, main verb, and complement, and at the end I have question mark. كل الحاجات ديت موجودة بتدل على إن عندي سؤال مباشر. طيب in the indirect speech سؤال بقى المحول أو الغير مباشر. He wanted to know where I had spent my summer holiday. So said change it into wanted to know. said بقت wanted to know ديت number one. Then joining word where كلمة الربط where, then subject you became I, and then did refers to the past and past simple is changed into past perfect. So ماضي تبقى ماضي تام نستخدم had و past participle بعدين تكملة and finally في الآخر full stop. Okay, another example. He said, what are you doing now? Again, what are you doing now? This is direct question. Indirect question, he asked what I was doing then. So said changed into asked, and a joining word what, and then you became I, and the past of are was singular was, and then now became then, and full stop. كل التحولات ديت حصلت واحنا بنعمل السؤال بنحوله من مباشر الى غير مباشر. استخدمنا بدل said استخدمنا asked، ربطنا what، بعد كده subject you بقت I، والpast من are بقت was مع I، بعدين doing، بعدين غيرت now إلى did. We omit do, does, did in doing indirect question. كل auxiliary verbs ديت are omitted in doing indirect questions. وانا بعمل سؤال غير مباشر بحذف الكلمات الافعال المساعده ديت. change the tenses into past simple tense وبغير الزمن للماضي. For example, how much do you earn؟ تكسب قدين. If I begin with he wonders in the present simple, he wonders, so no changes in the tense inside the sentence. مفيش تغيير. How much I earn. How much subject and verb. If he said how much do you earn and he wanted me to begin with he wondered, so he wondered in the past, so I have to change the verb from present to past. لما يكون عندي wondered في البداية تساءل، يبقى لازم الفعل جوه الجملة لازم يكون محول من البريزنت إلى الباست. بدل earn هيبقى earned. Change shall into would in indirect speech. Shall we go now? He said to me. So he said to me, said to will change into asked. He asked me, and I'll use if or whether. We would go then. So if or whether adjoining word أداة ربط. Said became asked because there is a question word inside the inverted commas. في داخل أقواس في علامة استفهام، عشان كده حولت said إلى asked. Then the question begin with shall auxiliary verb, so I'll join with if or whether. عشان في فعل مساعد ربطت أو استخدمت if أو whether. Then we will change into they. In other cases, but now we still the same, and shall will be would and now will be there. Okay. In case of changing two questions, we use an if or and plus question word. For example, he said, "Why are you late? Did you miss the bus?" He wondered why I was late and if I had missed the bus. So I join the two words with and. I use said, wondered instead of said. بدل said استخدمت wondered. وبعدين عندي في indirect question عندي why, then subject, then verb in the past, why I was late, and because the second sentence begins with auxiliary verb, I used if as a joining word. استخدمت if كأداة ربط. Then you will be I, and past simple did plus miss is changed into past perfect had plus past participle, had missed the bus. Okay. Another example. He said, "Where did you buy the trousers? How much did they cost you?" In the indirect question, he wanted to know where I had bought the trousers and how much they had cost me. The same as we said before. In case of shall I use offer. He said, "Shall I get you some tea?" The indirect question will be, he offered me some tea, or he offered to get me some tea. The same. In case of could you, we use asked. For example, he said, "Could you open the window, please?" In the indirect question, he asked me to open the window. Question tag. Question tag is at the end of the sentence for confirming meaning. في نهاية الجملة بنلاقي عبارة عن سؤال قصير والهدف منه اسمه السؤال المزيل تأكيد المعنى. The question is in affirmative form if the sentence is negative and vice versa. Question بيكون affirmative مثبت لو الجملة negative منفية والعكس صحيح. We use pronouns and nouns for not nouns for the question tags. نستخدم pronouns بدل من الnouns. For example, عاطف is a student, isn't he? عاطف is, we make negative for is, isn't, and instead of عاطف, he. Isn't he? Okay? Sarah hasn't got any money, negative. Has she, affirmative. So hasn't got, has she. Okay. Irregular cases. For permission use let us. ما اجي اعمل is بستخدم let us, and for a suggestion use let's. Okay, plus infinitive. عشان اعمل اقتراح بستخدم let's plus infinitive. For example, let's go, shall we? This is permission. This is a suggestion.